Every time I see you, you make my heart say,
Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video.
Everything a biggie bag.
Welcome to another video.
Are you recording for real? What am I eating?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. 9047. So I want to make a shout out. I want to shout out Wine Glass and Chill. She is another YouTuber. I'm shouting her out because she did a video yesterday and I watched it, and she said that we actually have a ghetto sector here on YouTube. She said the ghetto sector of YouTube is Strong Mommy Chrissy, Myjazzylife, and Live's Life. She actually included Ming, although I haven't seen her post in forever. I am familiar with all of them, but I haven't seen Ming post in forever. We all know that she delivered a little girl not too long ago, so maybe that's why. But anyway, I just thought that was so funny that she said that they're the ghetto section of YouTube. But anyway, so we're going to do a... what shall I call it? We finna do a ghetto conversation then, because we finna talk about all of them. Well, except for me, because ain't nothing to say. First of all, I think it's interesting. Yesterday, Strong Mommy Chrissy went live, and she said having lunch with Bae, and I was like, well, dang, I thought she just broke up with old boy, went through something, domestic violence, and then... you know, was dealing and healing from that. But she got Bae already. Then I thought she was moving, so either she's already moved and found her somebody, or she got somebody before she moved, which don't make no sense. So it's like, I don't know. But anyway, turns out it was clickbait. Maybe Jazz was right that she hadn't been posting all month, so she's gonna post every day for the rest of the month to get her coins up because she needs content. That's what Jazz says. Which, I mean, she has 9 kids. Like, that's 9 little pieces of content that she could talk about. Like, she could dedicate a day to each kid and have content. So I don't think that's why, but maybe she does need to do what she's doing. I don't know. I never thought about the fact that, okay, these people are ghetto, which she called them ghetto because they all went live putting all their business out. Now Liv, of course, honey, Liv didn't put all her business out. Liv's business was put out by somebody else. I don't even know what to say about that, child. I don't even know what to say about it. But it is what it is. And it was what it was. It's crazy. As a friend, it's hard to control your emotions when you're hurt and when you're angry. But I think that at all costs, you should definitely make the attempt to control your emotions and not put your friend's business in the streets. Because what Jazz started and Chrissy finished was dead wrong. It was dead wrong. And sad for both of them. Because the fact is, the only reason they're both so angry is because they still want to be each other's friends. They still want to coexist with one another. They still want to be friends, and they just both allowed this drama to go further than they can turn it around and bring it back. It just is what it is. And it's sad. I bet it is hard as far as Chrissy to have a have 9 kids, whether they're together or not. But who I do want to discuss a little in detail is Jazz. I've watched a few videos out of curiosity, several different people's videos out of curiosity. Not one single individual had anything positive to say about her and her relationship with Chris. And I find it interesting. Furthermore, I find it perplexing. Why do y'all think that that man don't want to be with that woman? Now, does he? Who knows? He says he does. He said he loved her. To me, he looked at her like he loved her. He, you know, coexisted. Now, what he does seem like is a guy who does not like to be public about his affections and whatnot, his business. Now, it's unfortunate that she trusted those girls enough to send those text messages. There's a lot of people who get pregnant, especially if they're not prepared for a child and the father or the mother does not want the child. So the fact that that happened, I mean, it's not the worst thing. It's not the best thing either, but it's unfortunate that it had to be publicized. I mean, it's just, it's unfortunate. I don't understand why you guys are so adamant to think that she is not getting love. Now, I will say this. I have not watched every video of hers. I'm the type of person that up to now has had a lot going on, so I would watch a lot of reactors. I'm not going to say a lot. I have a select few that I would watch. And so by me watching those reactors, I kind of had a summary of what was going on. So with that being said, sorry y'all, I'm trying to let my daughter know what I want to eat. But with that being said, I would get a summary of what's going on, I guess, in the ghetto. It's unfortunate that all of them put their business out there, whether they had STDs, whether their house was nasty, whatever, because Jazz said that Chrissy's house was nasty. So the one time she went to her house, she left early for that reason. Then Chrissy talked about Jazz, talked about her parenting, said that her daughter took inappropriate pictures, just a lot of stuff that they put out. You should never have to cross that line. You should never be that angry at a person, you know, even though sometimes, you know, hurt is hard to deal with. But what's the saying? Hurt people hurt people. Yeah. And I wish they wouldn't have went there. And then my thing is, even when Jazz apologized, because her channel should be professional, it was brought to my attention today that she went live again with her boyfriend, and, you know, he talked a little personal and, you know, about different things that probably shouldn't be on a family channel. But I guess that's my question. What constitutes a family channel? Is it kid-friendly content? Or is it everything that goes on inside the confines of the family? Because in my opinion, a family channel is when you discuss things that go into a family atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So That's what I think a family channel is. So everybody kept saying, Jazz, your man don't like you. Jazz, your man don't like you. So then he got on live on his birthday. He was a little lit, letting loose, and he showed that he does like her. Now everybody's saying, ooh, the content probably shouldn't have been on this particular channel. Why you didn't put it on the other channel? It's like that girl can't do nothing to please people, and I don't understand why. I just don't understand why people feel the way they feel and feel so strongly about it. I think that he really does care about her. I think that he is a reserved person. I think that he is in an environment, being in a social media content driven home, that he's not used to. He's not used to being publicized. He's not used to public scrutiny of their relationship and everything that he does. And that he is very vocal about that. Does that mean he don't like her? Not necessarily. Does that mean that their relationship is perfect? They never argue and get along great all the time? Heck no. Nobody has that. Not real love. Not real relationships. Has he taken advantage of or had situations in his life change for the better since he's been with Jazz? Definitely. They have a home structure. He came into her life. He saw where she came from. And I remember hearing him say one time that he wanted to give her a home, a house, because that's what she wanted. And he wanted to do that for her. I thought that was sweet. I don't think he would really give a crap if he didn't care about her. Now the baby stuff, I can't really speak on that because I wasn't around when any of that happened. I wasn't watching her content then, so I can't say what my opinion is on that. But I think that he reminds me of a lot of soldiers that I used to know back in my military days. They're very calm and collective dudes. They're not public with emotion. They're not public with affection, but you know, they are very affectionate, emotional people. That's what I see. That's what I think. That's what I feel. I do feel like he cares about her. Do I feel like the relationship is perfect? No. I don't. So, with that being the case, that's what I have to say about that. I think they are a family-based channel, and I think she shows that. Now, what I also feel is that this may be the first relationship she's had like it is. Her relationship with Philip, in my opinion, was very different. I think that she was, you know, cheated on. She may not have had the best of relationships, and she wasn't used to a man that was just dealing with her, used to a man showing her the things that Chris has showed her. And it's very obvious that you see that. You see her outside of her ghetto environment. That's not the type of dude that I see in him. So I'm going to keep watching her channel. And, you know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but time will definitely tell. And so I'm going to keep watching, and we'll see how things go. Now I want to speak on Strong Mommy Chrissy. Honey, I haven't seen her post in so long. I used to think highly of her. I used to always think her house was so together. You know, how does she handle 9 kids and so on and so forth. But people who watch them like every day and watch all of their content say that it's basically smoke and mirrors, that her house is not always clean. She's just smart enough to show the clean parts, that the kids aren't always kept perfect, that their care isn't always calm, blah, blah, blah. Well, obviously, if you don't watch every day, you would know that. Now, they allege that they've seen this and seen that. So, what I will say is I guess I'm going to pay more attention and see what happens, because I really thought that, wow, she really keeps it together. Wow, she's smart. Wow, why did I think of that when I had young kids about being a YouTuber? Because I wouldn't have a problem putting my life out there, especially if it would help other single moms maybe learn how to navigate different things. I wouldn't have had a problem with that. So we're going to check in on her too. And lastly, Liv's life. Honestly, Liv's life should be Liv's lies, because that's all that girl do. I'm going to be honest with you. I, for the life of me, don't understand how she is, how she has the courage to be public with how she does things. If I was her, there is no way in the world that I would be on the net knowing that my kids got taken. And she said by the end of the year, she wants to have her full sleeve tattoo on her arm. She didn't say nothing about her kids. She's $9,500 behind in child support, which means she don't even care enough if she has the money to pay to make sure that her kids can properly be taken care of where they are. That's awful. Now, if she can't pay it, I could see her being honest about that, especially since all her business is in the streets anyway. She was on live one night talking about, because someone exposed that she was kicked out of school. She said that she wasn't kicked out of school, that the truth is she goes to a different campus. She's so slow, she don't even realize that when you get kicked out of school, you kicked out of the whole school, boo. The whole thing. Lord have mercy. I'm just saying. Anyway. The gall that she has to show her face on these YouTube streets. Like, I could never. Strong Mommy Chrissy could never and would never. I can't say if Jazz would ever or never. But, baby, that's a lot going on. Then she has another child. So they say. Because I don't believe the girl got a baby. I just really don't. But who am I? I'm just a little person with an opinion. And that is the truth. I'm just a person with an opinion. But whatever the case is, I wouldn't consider her a good mother. Not because she neglected and did bad by her kids. But, I mean, the fact is the judge took them for some reason. I'm sure he gave her time to fix whatever was wrong. And if she didn't do it at that point, he removed the children. I'm pretty sure it's a process to that. So the fact that she didn't think enough of those babies to do right by them when she brought them in the world is awful, in my opinion. That's just how I feel about it. But she also, it was exposed that she's $2,000 behind in rent. She alleges that her apartment complex has forgiven her arrears because they gave out her personal information to someone without making them identify themselves properly, and therefore they exposed her information. I don't believe that. Now, would they take off $100 or $200, something like that? Maybe. But to forgive a whole $2,000, a whole month of rent, I don't believe that. Because the bottom line is their whole position could be, ma'am, you never should have been behind. And if you're going to sue us, just sue us. I mean, it's nothing we can do about it. How we know it wasn't you? I mean, if you want to be honest about it, they don't know that lady from Adam for real. It's an apartment building. They probably got 50 to 100 apartments, and a standard apartment building would. So I don't believe that they forgave her entire arrears. They may have forgiven a portion. But that girl lies. Boy, jeez. I've never seen nothing. And then she gets online in front of her little backdrop with butterflies. And the other day she was online with a princess tiara on. I said, this girl is delusional. I just don't know what else to say. Like, And I'm always the person that gives too many chances, that forgives people even beyond the point of forgiveness and all of these things. But this young lady here, because of how she seems to be with her children, like, I can't. I don't think nothing positive of her. I really don't watch. I watched her last, I think, 3 videos. And I watched them because I wanted to see how she was going to try to explain away the fact that she got kicked out of school and this girl is continuously calling people in her life and exposing her. Furthermore, I want to know how in the heck did this girl know all her business? She done called the attorney's office. She done called her apartment complex, and she called her school. How does this girl know all of this about this young lady? Like, I was really perplexed in that. And that's why the Wine Glass and Chill YouTuber mentioned that she's not going to be trying to befriend any YouTubers. Well, honey, you can befriend people in your face. They don't have to be on YouTube. They can still get your information and they can still put it out there. So the bottom line is, you're going to trust people or not. You're going to be their friend or not. I mean, it just is what it is, you know. I mean, but what is true is you should know a person better or more or longer than a few months to tell them all your dirt, you know. Because another thing that came out with that Myjazzylife Strong Mommy Chrissy argument was the fact that Jazz said Chrissy was doing some kind of fraud that caused her to lose her rent money off of her PayPal account, and that you know, she had to tell her, look, baby, that's my rent money. I don't care what you got going on. Love you long time, but I'm going to need my coins back. And that's that on that. And I don't blame her, honey, because, honey, y'all do whatever with y'all rent, whether y'all late, whatever, whoever, however, my baby's just going to have a place to stay. And that's one thing I've never heard anybody say anything about Jazz not paying her bills. When she has promos, she do them. She do them timely, and she does them quick. Yeah, so, I mean, I've never seen her have an issue like that. And I guess you say, and you never will. And hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so that's my opinion on these young ladies. Apparently this is the ghetto part, the ghetto sector of YouTube. So, we done had to, go through the ghetto. To talk about them. That's my opinion. I am going to check them out just to see if this is a fluke or if this is a long time thing. Because like I said, I really don't watch them as regular as most people who seem to know a lot about their lives. And it's not that I ain't got time, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to conclude this video as it's time. I thank you guys for being a part of this channel. I thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video, and as always, I will see you in the next one.